Bolanle, Oduekun, Ayola. Wells Radio is located along Alafin Avenue, Oluyole Estate, Ibadan. That's what we're broadcasting live from this morning. You can follow us on all our social media platforms. Find us on X, TikTok, Instagram at Wells Radio 893. Also, I'd like you very much to like our Facebook fan page. Now, this fan page was specially created for you, our dear listener. So go on Facebook right now and search Wells Radio 893 FM fan page. Wells Radio 893 FM fan page. Like our fan page, share our videos, and comment. Drop your comments as well. We want to know what you think about the things that we're talking about this morning. Now, on Perspectives Unlimited, we'll take a look at headlines and stories that are making the rounds across the different dailies in Nigeria today. Let's take a look at the front pages quickly this morning. Now, we'll start, of course, with the front page of the Daily Trust newspaper, where the lead headline says, despite Tinubu's pledge, federal government takes 1.15 trillion naira loan. Okay, you find that story on pages 3 and 4 of the Daily Trust newspaper this morning. More headlines. I lost 120 million naira goods cash to market fire. That's on page 6. That's from a trader. More headlines. The government drops mother tongue policy. You find that on page 21. World Cup, Eagles battle Gabon in crucial playoff today. That's also on the Daily Trust newspaper. Criticize us fairly, Tinubu tells media. You find that on page 7 of the Daily Trust newspaper this morning. More headlines. Damagum-led NWC affirms Saturday's convention. Blames APC for PDP crisis. Alleges plot for one-party state. Says convention will go on as scheduled on Saturday. That's from the committee. Court extends interim order. That story is on page 2 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper this morning. Taking a look at more headlines, Tinubu approves construction of Itawere Aramoko Aduekun Aramoko Ijiru Ifaki roads. That's on page 20 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Okpebalo hails Edo rebirth, reels out transformational achievements across key sectors. You find it on page 21. Nigerian stocks rebound as blue chip rally lifts market by 2.59 trillion naira. You find it on page 5. More headlines. Editors Conference. Media seek tax reliefs. Low interest loans. Tinubu pleads for journalism practiced with sense of national duty. That's on page 4 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper this morning. Makinde making Ibadan livable, Obasanjo says at inauguration of mega bus terminal. Governor says circular road will become Oyo State's economic backbone. That's on page 3. More headlines. Senators clash over delineation of wards in Warri by INEC. That's on page 4. And I am tired of moving motions without results. Benue lawmaker laments rising herders' killings. That's on page 21 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper this morning. For the Punch newspaper, I'll take a couple of headlines. Lagos announces 8-month traffic diversion on Lekki-Ajah corridor. Weekend naval officer clash. Ex-generals fume as federal government orders probe. More headlines. Bamdele Kalu defer on alleged plot to impeach Akpabio. My critics now praise me, says Obasanjo. National Assembly approves Tinubu's 1.15 trillion naira domestic loan proposal. And Mohbad's family demands fresh probe, bars wife from using surname. This and many more are the stories we're talking about on Perspectives Unlimited this morning. Now, bringing our analyst on the show, Mr. Lali Konsani. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, madam.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. How about you?
We thank God. That's, I think that's the default.
That's the go-to line for everybody.
Yeah,
now.
That's the default response. We just have to thank God because, what are we going to do? All right. Let's start this morning, sir, from, Ibadan.
Okay.
Or your state. We'll start from home and then we'll move outwards. Yesterday, the governor commissioned the Iwo Road bus terminal and made mention of a couple of things. So I'll play the audio so that we can listen again.
Okay.
And this is about the circular route.
Okay.
Yes, we know that protests have been going on for about yesterday was the third day. And so we'll go listen to
It has
that.
been happening since last year, actually.
Yes, it's been on since last year, but it seems like, there was
Now,
yes, and now
going
it's
again.
back, and people have really felt it because there's been traffic, a lot of traffic in the past 3 days, and so people have really, really felt it. So we'll go on and listen to the audio, and then when we come back, we'll talk more about it. So let's listen to what Governor Seyi Makinde had to say.
And also for anyone coming from Lagos or the northern part of the country, is the first impression of our city. And with the completion and commissioning of these projects, we are signaling order, modernity, and progress. So with this commissioning, we have now completed all 4 modern bus terminals in Ibadan: Challenge, Ojo, New Ife Road, and Iwo Road. Don't be bothered when people politicize things, because we are focused, laser focused on our path with the people of Oyo State. Now I know that many of you have had ongoing conversations about the 110-kilometer Rashidi Ladoja circular road, and sometimes misconceptions about what it represents. Let me use this opportunity to again explain why this circular road matters. It is not just a road project, it is an economic backbone. We're not only constructing a highway, we're building a corridor of opportunity. We're creating a space where industries, estates, and logistic hubs will emerge to support the growth of our city over the next 20 years. Some have asked, why keep land aside for an investment corridor? The answer is very simple. Cities that fail to plan for tomorrow are soon swallowed in the chaos of today. Àwọn kan ti politicize ẹ̀ ń ṣe protest. Ṣáwọn tó bá nílé tí wọ́n ń ṣiṣẹ́, wọn ò ní lọ síbi iṣẹ́ wọn. Ó ti di third day tẹ̀ ṣe protest. Ó yẹ ká mọ̀ pé àwọn kan ló ń fún wọn lówó, àwọn kan ló ń sponsor wọn. And let me say, I will not talk to you, this secretariat or anywhere else, but I am coming to that circular road corridor to engage with the real people who are there.
All right, so that's what the governor had to say about the circular road issue. He also said he's heard the names that he's been called. Those videos have made the rounds. Called him all manner of names, not so pleasant to the ears.
I would like to hear that, actually.
Oh, you want to?
Yes.
Let's listen to it.
Not necessarily here. But
Oh, okay. I'll show you the videos off air.
Okay.
All right. So you're welcome back. We just listened to what the governor of Oyo State, Engineer Seyi Makinde, had to say about the Ibadan circular road. And I also have a letter here. I have a letter here from the Ibadan Circular Road Corridor community. And so I'll read out this letter so that we can just look at both sides, and see how it is. And then we'll be able to talk more about it. So this is from an association or community called the Ibadan Circular Road Corridor Community. And their slogan is Save Our Soul. So they wrote this letter to the Federal Minister of Power of Nigeria, Adebayo Adelabo, and they say 500 meters corridors along Rashid Ladoja Circular Road, Ibadan, an appeal for urgent intervention. They say the above-named association is a non-political organization. It was formed to see to the welfare of all the property owners and residents living along the 113-kilometer Ibadan Circular Road, but whose houses fall within the 500 meters corridor being proposed by the Executive Governor of Oyo State, Engineer Seyi Makinde. While we sincerely commend the idea of a circular road to mitigate the incessant traffic congestion in Ibadan City, we take serious exceptions to the idea of any corridors along the road beyond the original 75 meters on both sides. The use of brute force being employed by the state government in subjecting To subject us, rather, into submission is adversely affecting our people. We have written so many appeal letters to the government, engaged the intervention of Ibadan elders, and even embarked on peaceful protests, but all to no avail. We hereby at this point respectfully request your intervention as one of the illustrious sons of Ibadan and political contemporary of Governor Seyi Makinde. This letter is also to serve as an invitation for you to come and interface with our people and have first-hand experience of our predicament. Thank you for your anticipatory favorable reply. Yours faithfully, Ibadan Circular Road Corridor Community. So this is signed by a secretary and the chairman. I also have sort of another letter where, this current protest that they're on, it was sort of like a, we're going to have a protest. And this one says, Makinde, the land grabber, must stop now. And they say this is from the Africa Action Congress, AAC. I'll also read that just so that we can, have a broader picture. It says, and this was written on November 7 this year. It says, we, the African Action Congress, AAC, Oyo State Chapter, stand in solidarity with the victims of Makinde's land grabbing spree, particularly the residents along the Ibadan Circular Road. We are aware of the PDP-led government's ulterior motives in seizing more land under the pretense of corridor extension and selling it to their cronies and associates. We will march alongside all affected residents and shut down the state for 7 days. Makinde should focus on providing affordable housing instead of demolishing with relish the homes built with pain and struggle by the people. They call the governor some unprintable names, so I will not read. They say he initially claimed he wouldn't seize more than 150 meters and assured that no houses would be demolished. However, months later, he backtracked and claimed he needed an additional 500 meters for the corridor. This deceitful act is despicable and we will not allow him to get away with it. The African Action Congress, or your chapter, is expressing their total support for all corridor victims. They will lead the march to prevent Governor Makinde from taking more land. They say the people will occupy Ibadan and shut down all economic activities for 7 days, and they believe that the power of the people is stronger than the power of stronger than those in power. So that's just like the basics of the the letter, or I don't even know how to put it. That's the basics. Now, let's put it side by side also with what the governor said yesterday. He, said, some people are saying that he wants to, keep the lands for himself. And he said, and I quote, he said, go and, check if you see any plot that is in his name, come back and tell him. He said that the reason for the for that the reason for that project is to reduce traffic. He's saying it's not going to take a long time if you're coming from here to there, and he says it's for the, how did he put it? He said it's for the advancement. He made a proverb in Yoruba where he said, "I will money no you," saying that the extra 500 meters, I believe. He said they're keeping land. That's what he said for future, and he said the project itself is not a one administration thing. And so looking back at this, can you take us through, what this matter is and what should obtain?
Number one, let me start by saying that I strongly fault the governor. Not for one reason, but for so very many reasons. He said something that made me wonder if Nigeria is safe to be called a country governed by, normal people. He said people have been protesting for 3 days.
Yeah.
That people who actually have homes would have things to do, and that they may not. They won't likely come out to protest for 3 days.
He said people who need to
people
get
are now
to
being,
work.
Okay, that people are now being paid to come out and protest.
Yeah, he's saying that it's been politicized.
That people who are there, who are protesting, actually
his
not
political
the real
enemies.
In all seriousness, I think the government needs to be checked. What I'm trying to say here is this. 99.9% of us work to build a home. So after building that home, we now open our eyes and allow somebody to come and level our homes, and we'll go back to our previous works and all of that, forgetting what we have toiled all our life to build. Seriously? Is that what he reasons? I don't understand that. The truth of the matter is that we should be very, very clear here. I am not in support of any circular road at this particular point in time. Not that it is a bad idea, but that there are present matters that the government needs to fix in our state.
Like?
Roads, access roads.
But if you'd ask this Shea Makinde-led administration, they will tell you that they've been working on roads. They've been fixing roads.
Roads does not end at Ring Road. Road doesn't end at Ring Road, doesn't end at 110. What of the access roads? Who lives on the main road? Almost nobody, because these places are occupied by businesses. You'll have to veer off the main road to get to your house.
They fixed the Olusoji road recently.
The road that is spilling already? And is it only Olusoji that is in Ibadan? What of Elebu Road? Elebu Road is an eyesore. I don't pray to go there, but something takes me there every week, and it's not a nice thing to do. And it's not just Olusoji, it's everywhere. Let's talk about healthcare. Go to Adeoye Hospital. You will weep for the state. Go to our secondary schools.
You know how they say...
No,
sorry for cutting. You
okay.
know how they say that a government may not be able to do it all. I'm saying this to look
the
on
basic
the other side.
things.
The healthcare, the PHCs were revamped earlier in the year.
How many of them? That's number one. Number two, go to them. You will never find one where you see medication. They will tell you go and buy. That's not how it should be. Is it our schools that you want to talk about? Is it water supply in the state? Is it power generation now that states can provide power for the consumption of people within that state? That's that. Let's now go into the reality. The reality on the ground is that there is a circular road. Despite the fact that I do not support one at this particular point in time. There is one. Okay. What does the law say as regards, what's it called? I do not know what
road setbacks.
Yes, I do not know what corridor means, because there is nothing in the law that says corridor. The corridor that I know is the one that is in my house. We are talking about setback. For a federal road, trunk A road, the type of Lagos Ibadan, it is 150 meters, and that's a federal road. You can see the type of trucks that ply that road. For a state road, we're talking about 90 meters, and for a local government,
is it on both sides?
Yes.
Is it 1990 or 45?
1990.
Okay, that's 180.
Yes. And for, what's it called? A local government road between 30 and 60, depending on the reality on the ground. If the federal government can be doing that, what exactly does the state government want to do with 500 on one side and 500 on the other side? It is not making sense to me. I have read a lot of stories where they said that, the government is not even going to administer it, that it will be given to private entities. Seriously? Are you kidding me? You are using the name of government to forcefully take people's possessions, and you are saying that it's not even going to belong to the government at the end of the day, it's going to belong to private entities. That's number one.
Let's talk about this, forcefully, that you talked about. The AAC letter also had, alleged that...
they are mowing people's houses down.
So now, we know that, whether you know the full extent of the law or not, you know that when it comes to government needing to use, land...
Let me cut you at that particular point. Yes, there is room for that. Even if you have a CEO there is room.
I'm saying that they compensate them adequately. It happened in my area just recently. This AFY...
Please be generous enough to kind that the World Bank was involved in that particular project we are talking about.
I'm getting
the World Bank is not involved in the circular road.
If
the people of your area got what they deserve...
them, Mr. Sani. What I'm saying is this.
Okay.
I saw how that played out. In fact, some people took the money in the same area, bought houses, bought another house, and moved. It was
which agency, which body? Is it the World Bank that is funding this one too?
I'm getting
what
there.
I'm getting there.
My question is this.
Okay.
Is it that the government has not also looked at that.
I'm not even thinking. I'm not. You cannot compensate people you are taking their properties illegally. If it's the main road that you are talking about, if your house is actually on the main road, you have to leave.
Their houses are not on the main road.
Their houses are not on the main road. They are not even within the 90 meters.
But the government wants to use that land. So what is the appropriate thing to be done?
The first thing is that land should not be used by the government because there is no need for the government to use that land. They are not building a school. These are the bases where these are the things that can make government take possession of the land. Number one, if there is safety issues, maybe it's on a water channel, it's under a power line. They want to use that place to build a road. They want to build a school or a health facility. You can't just wake up one morning because you're the governor or deputy governor and say you want to take people's possessions. No, there's no provision for that. And if for any reason you want to do that, there must be adequate compensation, not just that, vacate because the government wants to use land. It's not making sense to me. Just like I told you, you can see how wide the Lagos-Ibadan road is. The setback there is from 50 meters because that is what the law says. And for a state road, it is 90. So what does Mr. Makinde want to do with 500 meters on the right side and 500 meters on the making 1 kilometer? Have you seen that road? I have seen that road. It's as wide as the belly of a snake. It's a very, very narrow road. You're not talking about the road itself. Rather, you're talking about 500 meters. If you are building that road on 1 kilometer, it's like 500 meters, nobody's going to complain. But that narrow road, you're talking about 500 meters, he's now saying that his name is, are you joking? What sort of? Let me say something.
Some people also say that all lands in the state belongs to the government. So isn't this still under the purview of the government to make use of the lands?
I paid for my land. I own my land. But if the government wants to do something that's going to be beneficial to everybody, they can't take possession of that land after paying me. But it's not just that you wake up one morning and say you want to take over my land. You must have a genuine reason. Is it blocking a river channel? Is it blocking a drainage path? Is it under a power line? Does the government want to build a school there, a health facility there? I mean, these are the things that will make you say you want to take some. Not just that you wake up one morning and say, I want to take your land. No, it doesn't work that way.
So do you think that this issue can have a solution if the government compensates them adequately?
That is not what I am asking for. That is not what I am asking for. What I am asking for is that Mr. Seyi Makinde should stick with the 90-meter plan. That's it. Some are even saying,
not go beyond
don't go behind 90 meters. That is me. That is me for you. Some are even saying 75, that the immediate past administration said, okay, 75.
They're saying that when the governor even came in, he said 75.
So how exactly did 75 become 500? That's almost tenfold.
It's an overkill.
It's like killing a housefly with a sledgehammer. What do you want to do? You want to? I'm asking you again, have you used that road? I have seen that road. Just around Guru Maharaji when you're coming from Lagos. It is as I was at Moniya yesterday. I saw the road. Actually, they have not plastered that road. There is no asphalt on it, but the road is very, very narrow. So what exactly do you want to do? You want to build the airport? 500 meters on the left. I mean, it's not making sense to me. It is not making sense to. It is appropriate to say that Mr. Seyi Makinde has ulterior motives, because if it's about the development of the state, we were talking about 500 meters. We talk about 75 meters for the safety of the people. They now talk about, okay, if matters continue like this, you'll have to compensate. You want to compensate 1 kilometer, 500 meters on the left. That money, at the end of the day, might even be more than the money used to build that road. So why not restrict yourself to 75 and use that money that you'd have used to compensate people to fix other things, if it's actually about the people and the state, not that you want to take people's land. Have you seen it? I have seen billboards in your state where land sellers, or these buy to get one free, are advertising corridor. Corridor, circular road corridors land. Yes, I have seen it.
All right. We'll take a short break. Thank you so much.
Sincerely, I'm angry.
We'll take a short break. When we come back from that break, Perspectives Unlimited will continue. And you, our dear listeners, will be able to join the conversation. So don't go anywhere. It's still Perspectives Unlimited on Wells Radio 89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio.
FM, your preferred wholesome radio.
Merry Christmas!
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh.
Christmas is almost here, and Wells Radio 89.3 FM is bringing the joy closer to you. It's the Father Christmas Fiesta 2025.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Happening live on the 11th, 12th, and 13th of December 2025. It's 3 days of joy, fun, and family moment that every child will remember. We are calling on churches, NGOs, schools, brands, and kind-hearted individuals to partner, sponsor, and spread the joy of Christmas to families across Ibadan and your state. Let's make Christmas brighter together. For sponsorship and partnership, call Toby on 0803 509 3394. Sam on 0813 746 5878. Ayo on 0706 840 7359. Wells Radio 89.3 FM, celebrating Christmas the family way.
Now the ground is white, so grow it while you're young.
Ibadan, are you ready? Celebration is coming again into the city of Ibadan. This year's theme is Shakara. Live on 15th of November 2025, the great city of Ibadan will host the biggest Afrobeat music festival in Africa with over hundreds of trending music stars and other activities that will hold Ibadan city spellbound. Date November 15th, 2025. Venue Liberty Stadium, Ibadan. Gate fee regular 3,000 naira comes with a free drink. VIP 10,000 naira comes with a free gift. VVIP 20,000 naira comes with a Felabration gift pack. Join us on November 15th, 2025 as we celebrate the 25th anniversary of Felabration. This year's edition will be bigger and better as we celebrate live in Ibadan. See you on November 15th at the Liberty Stadium, Ibadan. Proudly sponsored by Felabration Lagos, Guinness Nigeria PLC, Kijani Event, Lexov Media, Reactor Energy Drink, and powered by Street Media.
Supported by Wells Radio 89.3 FM.
Everybody say yeah, yeah.
How long will it take you to confirm payment? I have been waiting for the past 1 hour.
I'm so sorry. Our network is slow. I will just run out of data.
Same excuse yesterday. It is unacceptable, please. You better switch to One Data Internet Service.
One Data?
Yes, One Data. One Data is an internet service provider with the best alternative and solution for unlimited speed. One Data provides fast and reliable internet service to organizations, homes, and places of interest in Nigeria. With One Data, you get to enjoy the premium internet service with dedicated unlimited internet speed at all times, 24/7 fantastic customer service and support, and you enjoy a 1-month free subscription when you make payment. Now is the time to say goodbye to downtimes. Sign up with One Data today on 0811 223 2671 or visit www.onedata.ng for more inquiries. One Data, unlimited speed.
Boost your business with Wells Radio 89.3 FM. In a competitive world of business, strategic brand and product positioning is key to growth. Don't remain unseen in the shadows. Shine a spotlight on your brand with Wells Radio 89.3 FM today. Why Wells Radio? We are your state's #1 family radio station. We connect with the heart of families in your state. As the smallest unit of the society, families trust Wells Radio for quality content and information. Visit us today along Alafin Avenue, Oluyole Estate, Ibadan. Our white and blue building just before Sharp Corner ensures your business won't go unnoticed. Advertise with us today. Call our marketing office on 0903 936 8185. Call Toby on 0803 509 3394. Ayo on 0706 840-7359. Take the leap today. Let Wells Radio 89.3 FM be the megaphone for your business success. You won't regret it.
89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio.
All right, you're welcome back. Studio time check says it's 5 minutes past 7 a.m. Today, the 13th day in November 2025. Welcome back. It's Perspectives Unlimited on Wells Radio 89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio. We've been talking about the Ibadan Circular Road Corridor. We've said a lot, and we've stabilized our emotions coming back. But before we wrap up on, in general on what's happening in Ibadan, and then we move out to the country, what's your take, Mr. Sani, on the Iwo Road bus terminal that was commissioned yesterday?
Thank you very much, and welcome back, madam. The governor awarded almost 20 billion naira to build 4 bus terminals in Ibadan. As far as I'm concerned, that is 20 billion naira badly spent.
Why do you say this?
God bless you. When I say my things, I don't say things that are just my opinion. I say things that are in the law. Bus stops and things like that are under the jurisdiction of local governments.
Not the state.
Not the state, not the federal, just local governments. For state governments, what you should be building is road.
Okay, so the phone lines are open and you can be a part of the conversation. Let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
This is Aderonke from Muslim.
Oh, Aderonke, good morning. You're welcome. Let's have your contribution.
Yeah, concerning the circular road. So for Nigerians to avoid situations like this, our leader needs to reintroduce the Western style housing mortgage scheme. In developed countries, you can't just buy land and build anything you like. So each country has its own building standard and structural regulation. So when you visit some sites here, you can't help but pity some landlords because of what they have built in their land. So I know it is not easy, but the government needs to do something meaningful for these landowners, especially people along the circular road, and consider their situation and prosecute those who sold the land for them in the court of law with immediate effect. So I think the people that are selling land, we will blame them mostly because they know that circular road will pass that place. Yes, they are still selling land to people. So I just thought the state government that it should tamper mercy with justice. It should reduce the corridor to 150 meters. That is what we want. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Aderonke. I mean, I don't want to waste her airtime, but I heard prosecute those who sold lands to them. And we have heard that some of these lands are inherited lands. Do we also prosecute their parents who own the land?
Maybe the governor can go and get me the grave and prosecute them. What I'm trying to say here is this. Yes, there is provision for circular road, not exceeding 75 meters setback. From that.
Sorry, before you go ahead, apologies for stopping it. The studio lines are open because we're having so much fun. I've forgotten to call out the studio lines. You can be a part of the conversation. We urge you this morning to join us in this conversation. 0916-893-1000, 0915-333-4893, and 0911-3333-893. I'll take the numbers one more time. 0916-893-1000, 0915-333-4893, 0911-3333-893. Please go ahead, sir.
Communities have been there before your state was created. People had been living in that particular locality for centuries, and they have been transferring ownership through inheritance to their people. We are waking up one day to say you want to build something there. If it's within the road and what the law says, 75 meters, you must, it's a matter of compulsion, you must compensate them. But anything beyond what the law says, if you are collecting their land, that is no longer for the state. That is clear case land grabbing.
Let's move to you were talking about
the bus stop.
stops, yes.
In all seriousness, a state government doesn't have any business building a bus stop because it is in the constitution. Local governments control, build, and regulate bus stops, not state government. So if you want to do that, Obakimbi at Mokola it is in a sorry state. Or look at it. Secondary schools in Oliole here. Is it the extension? Is it high? Is it community? Walk into those places and you begin to weep for your state. Mr. Governor, these are the things that need your attention. Not circular road, not bus stops, not things that don't count.
Well, you'll agree with me that the bus stop at Challenge, for example, is very beautiful and
It
very
is,
helpful.
you cannot build something on nothing. It is not the duty of a state government to build that thing. That's what I'm trying to say. And the governor was wrong to have used state funds to build that. That is what the law says. That's my opinion.
All right, thank you so much. You can be a part of the conversation this morning. The phone lines are out there. Call us and let's have your thoughts on the matters making the rounds. But let's go to the dailies and talk about other things. I wasn't going to talk about this, but we'll take a look at it. What happened between the naval officer and Wike? I honestly wasn't going to talk about it because it was well talked about yesterday, but there are new developments and I feel we should talk about it before we move. This is just very shortly. Now, former military generals have expressed outrage over Tuesday's clash between the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, and a naval officer identified as A. Yerima over alleged land grabbing. Now, the veterans in separate interviews with The Punch on Wednesday asserted that such confrontations undermine the chain of command and institutional respect. And in the wake of the outrage that trailed the incident, the Minister of Defense, Mohammed Badaru, said the ministry is investigating the matter. He assured that the armed forces will protect personnel carrying out lawful duties. That's what he said. He said they will protect personnel. He said, we are looking into this issue and assure that any officer performing his duties lawfully will be highly protected. We will not allow anything to happen to him so long as he is doing his job, and he's doing it very well.
That is it. I have a number of things to say. The truth of the matter is that everybody in that video got it wrong. Is that place a military facility? Is it a government site? If it's not either of those two, I mean, the guy in uniform shouldn't have been there in the first instance.
Even if he was the CSO to the
former chief of naval staff,
owner of that place.
The truth of the matter is that you don't use military officers paid for by the government as enforcers. If they are still working with you, they are to ensure your physical safety, not to send them to go and buy pepper and cigarette along the road. And that, I mean, this is akin to that, as far as I'm concerned. Oh, I have an investment there. Wear that uniform, take that uniform there. I mean, it's not about the guy at that particular point, it's about the uniform. So that is very, very wrong. For Wike, he got it totally wrong. I mean, I hope I can say this. It's not my words, it's Wike's words. You are a fool. You are a big fool. Shut up.
No, he said, he said, are you a fool?
No, you are a fool.
Oh, okay.
And the guy said, I'm not a fool, sir.
Oh, okay.
I mean, the guy should have said maybe it takes one to know one, but that's that. What I'm trying to say here is this. You are the minister of the FCT. In my personal opinion, Wike had every right to have been there. He is the minister of FCT. He holds powers equal to that of a state governor in Abuja. People working for the FCTA and FCDA went to that particular location, as I heard, and they were chased away by people in uniform. And that was what made Wike come there. In all seriousness, Wike should have marched into that facility. As the minister, you can do that. Where is your paper? Because people came in the morning to come and ask for approval papers and all of that, and military guys chased those people away. I mean, if you have it, you would say, okay, this is it. Apparently, what they are building there is not even approved. Instead of talking, you are using state resources, men of the state, to say, oh, you cannot query us. Well, it's the state that wants to know. it's not about Wiki here. Everybody knows my opinion as regards to Nelson Wiki. But the government of Nigeria should be, God forbid, should they build a sky-high building there and it collapses tomorrow? Nobody's going to mention that guy's name. Everybody's going, oh, when they were building it, where was the government? So for that reason, the government had every reason to be there. Show us your papers. Yet, it was still someone paid for by the government that said, no, that doesn't make sense to me. And I have heard a lot of things from Buratai, from a number of, not just retired generals, people who carry names. Buratai said something that, in my opinion, the word is there, but the platform is not there. He said what Wike did, in his opinion, constituted a threat to national security. Mr. Buratai, I don't respect you for that, not at all. If anything constitutes threat to national security, it's what is happening in the Northeast and the Northwest, not an altercation between two people who are power drunk. That is it. What I understand is that Wike's copy is full in Abuja, and some people just want to humble him, and that's it. I wouldn't be surprised should that guy even have the approval, but he wants to say, let me teach this boy a lesson.
All right. Now, yesterday, the National Assembly approved 1.15 trillion naira domestic loan proposal from the president. His request to borrow 1.15 trillion naira from the domestic debt market to finance the 2025 budget deficit, completing the government's fiscal funding. Apparently, they said that the 2025 budget, the Appropriation Act, provides for a total expenditure of 59.99 trillion naira, which is an increase of 5.25 trillion naira from the initial 54.74 trillion naira that was proposed by the executive. And they said that this expansion created a total budget deficit of 14.10 trillion naira, which out of 12.95 trillion naira, 12.95 trillion naira had already been approved for borrowing, and so now they are approving a new 1.15 trillion naira representing the unfunded portion, and this will now complete the government's deficit financing plan for the fiscal year. All of this is a lot of grammar, but there's this headline this morning that said, despite Tinubu's pledge, this is on the Daily Trust, it said, despite Tinubu's pledge, federal government takes 1.15 trillion naira.
Let me even say something. There are so very many ways through which the federal government can borrow. The federal government doesn't need legislative approval to issue bonds and treasury bills. And they have been raising trillions upon trillions upon trillions in new treasury bills. I can tell you that the federal government has already exceeded its borrowing plan for the year by at least 50%. And looking at the way things are, it's most likely going to hit 90% before the end of the year, meaning they said they're going to borrow 14 trillion, but we are in the range of 20-something trillion right now. Let's get it seriously. When people phone into your radio station and begin to say all sorts of words about the president, negative words, can you blame them? This is somebody who came out openly to tell. Nobody prompted him to say that. On the 1st of October, he said he had, as of August ending this year, received all the money he hopes to receive for the whole year. That he had met his budget expectation in the 8th month of the year. And since then, he even went further to say that you will not borrow again. And since then, you have borrowed money that the entire budget of 2008 under Yaradua did not even cover. Money larger than what Nigeria spent in the entire calendar year of 2008. And somehow you want people to respect you. You can't be telling a lie, a white lie, such as this, and expect people to respect you. I have no good words for the president, but I'm not saying anything this morning so that people won't say Mr. Sani has come again. But the truth of the matter is that you can't be telling a lie and still get honor. Nobody is going to give you honor. It is never going to happen. And in all seriousness, beyond borrowing, my biggest concern is what they are doing with the money. Now that the president said that, and he came out with statistics, he said, FIRS has brought this, NNPC has brought this, and UPRC. The figures are there, that the money is already in the account of the government, yet they are borrowing more money. That tells you that the priority of this administration is not to make money to build the country. Rather, it is to make money and make more money. Because if you are doing things that people are going to appreciate with the money that you are borrowing, nobody is going to complain. You are borrowing money at a rate that we have never witnessed in this country. And this is the first time in the history of this country that no activity is going on in the area of construction or anything tangible. So what are you doing with the money? If you are making money, that's not enough. You are borrowing money and there is nothing to show for it. People are going to call you a thief. That's just the truth of the matter. If you want them to call you a thief, stop borrowing. Rather, work with the resources that you have and let them see the result that, okay, with the money that we are selling, that we are making from the sales of fruit, this is where it is going. FIRS tax that we are paying, this is, people are going to pay.
But the president, during his Independence Day speech, at least reeled out, lots of achievements of the administration.
Like Nel Fund.
Nel Fund.
Okay. Another one.
I can pick up.
No, you must give me 5 this morning. The truth of
Let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, West Radio.
Good morning, sir. Please turn down the volume on your radio set.
Okay, I'll move away from it.
All right, sir. I assume this is Mr. George.
This is George from Ologwe.
You're welcome, sir. Let's have your contribution.
The young Sujaman was there on a duty. There is this law.
Mr. George, apologies. I can still hear the echo from your radio set.
There is a law that any retired general is protected continuously till death. I don't know whether the owner of that property is retired.
He is
and
retired.
This man, okay. And this man is posted there to protect that man. That is the reason why the man has defeated Wike completely by being loyal. Property. If you are protecting someone, you can protect his property. It's not only one soldier that they give to any retired general. Move around and see all properties or houses of retired general. You will meet soldiers there guiding him. So Wike is overzealous. He's not supposed to behave the way he behaved. And the young man has defeated him by being a loyal and respectful soldier. We should do things right. We should not be too overzealous in whatever we are doing. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. George, for your contribution this morning. 0916-893-1000, 0915-333-4893, and 0911-3333-893. We're talking about the things that the president has done. Let's see. Some medical universities have been approved to train health professionals. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, the beautiful OAP.
Good morning, Mr. Mario.
God bless you, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Mr. Alaleko, good morning, sir.
Morning, sir.
I think it's high time somebody tells the president to desist from this excess borrowing. Because even as an individual, if you go on borrowing spree, at the end of the day, that person will be indebted to such that for him even to be able to feed, it become a problem. When you talk of borrowing to sustain the economy of the country, it is not done anywhere. See, when Wike was assaulting that soldier 3 days ago, when Wike was about leaving that premises, if you see the number of SUVs that are using 8 plugs and roll up using 8 seats, I lost count when I counted up to 8. They are following Wike, and who is going to fuel the car? Who is going to fuel the car? Who is going to be responsible for maintaining the car?
Shouldn't the minister of the FCT be well protected?
It should be protected. All we are saying is that there should be a cost in some of the vehicles, some of the vehicles that are put to him for carrying out his duty. Go to UK, go to the US, go to other countries. If you see some of their governors, their politicians, you can hardly see them having a larger escort. The maximum you will see is just a car that will be filled up with but here where we have like 8, 9, 10, the more the plug, the higher the fuel consumes.
All
So
right,
the thing is that let them cut down the cost of governance. That's what we are saying, so that they will not be going on borrowing spree. That's easy. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So we can give others as well the room to join us and air their comments as well. 0916-893-1000, 0915-333-4893, and 0911-3333-893. Mr. Sani, the president said he has done a couple of things.
Okay.
Let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you, sir. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
My name is Ayo, calling from Bembo in Abacha.
Good morning, Mr. Ayo. Let's have your contribution.
Yes. There are two ways to this question. One is the fact that there is a law that permits a state governor unrestricted access to any property within the state. Wike stands in the capacity of a governor in Abuja, FCT. So he has an unrestricted access to any property within Abuja. Fine. Wike's conduct is condemnable as a minister. He shouldn't have involved in serving such altercation with that young military officer. The military officer demonstrated professionalism and excellence as it is, mature and well brought up. In the military cache, people have so much respect for the father. He did what he should do because it's on a call, a duty call. And he defended the appointment and assignment given to him with good manners too this time around. Though he might have breached the law by restricting the FCT minister from gaining access to that property.
Is there any such law?
There is. I can call you immediately after the program because I'm busy doing something else now.
No problem at all.
But I will definitely get it.
All right. Thank you so much.
Then, on the other hand, I'm not done. The minister's action is condemnable. And if we have laws and good government in Nigeria, Wike ought to have been suspended since yesterday. He did not respect the law of the land by publicly insulting a military man in his uniform. Irrespective of the cadre of the military man, that action of Wike is condemnable. Thank you. Good morning.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ayo, for your contributions this morning. I'll expect what you said you get back to me, but you can send it to us on WhatsApp 0915-499-9893. Okay, let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Please turn down the volume on your radio set. Your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Chuka, calling you from Alex.
You're welcome, Mr. Chuka. Let's have your contribution.
You see, let me use this word. Wike met educated military officers. This is not what we should be saying by now. They should have disciplined him. For Wike to be insulting Federal Republic of Nigeria, a military officer with uniform, you are calling him a fool. Wike isn't supposed to hold that post he is now. He isn't supposed to be there. For him to insult Nigeria, it's not insulting the military officer. It's insulting Nigeria. It's even insulting President Tinubu. Telling a military officer with uniform that is a fool. My sister, let's look into it.
Thank you so much, Mr.
Wike needs to be attended to. He's upstairs. They need to carry him to Arrow.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chuka, for your contribution. We don't appreciate that last, sentence, but thank you so much for your contribution. We can't take any more calls. It's 2 minutes to 8. And this is what I always say. Please, on Perspectives or any of our shows, let's try to call earlier so that we want to have your contribution. That's the truth. We want your contribution, but we cannot take it if the time has gone. Our time is fast spent, Mr. Sani. But yesterday, the federal government dropped indigenous languages as a tool of instruction and appointed English only. What's your take on that?
The truth of the matter is that if you are a student, you should be able to communicate in English, but it shouldn't be criminalized. I mean, speaking in a language other than English should not be criminalized. Rather, tutors are only supposed to be encouraged to speak in English, but there are some things. There are some
the language of instruction in schools.
Yes, it should be English. I believe it should be English, but there are some communities that, hey, grammar na wow, and you must come to their level if you actually want to, impart knowledge into their lives.
Okay, this is how far we can go. Thank you so much, Mr. Sani. Damlola Kifewa on Facebook says Lagos Calabar Coastal Road, which is one of the biggest projects in the country at the moment, has 150 meters setback. Ordinary circular roads in Ibadan. Shemakinde is insisting on 500 meters setback. That's intentional land grabbing. All right, thank you so much for your comment. Thank you to everyone who called. This is how far we can go on Perspectives Unlimited. I am Bolanle Oduekun Ayola. This is Wells Radio 89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio and your number one family radio in the whole of Oyo State. Good morning once again, and thank you for joining us. Please listen to this important information. The views expressed by the interviewee in this program are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views or opinions of Wells Radio 89.3 FM or its affiliated entities. Wells Radio 89.3 FM is committed to providing a platform for diverse perspectives and opinions, and the views expressed by guests on our programs are their personal viewpoints. Wells Radio 89.3 FM does not endorse or take responsibility for the content or opinions expressed by individual interviewees and callers. Thank you.
89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio.
Ibadan, are you ready? Celebration is coming.